So, the first thing that you have to do in this lesson is identify different kinds of tables. The first type of table here is a linear table because it has a constant rate of change. Look at your y values. You see how they're all increasing by 2's? They are adding by 2 over and over and over again. That makes that a linear function. Haley, I want you to write plus or minus next to that table, because if it's linear, you would see the same number being added or the same number being subtracted over and over. Example 2 is quadratic. You don't need to know that. Cross it out. Example 3 is exponential because, Haley, I'm crossing out the numbers underneath the table because that's not what I want you to look at. I want you to recognize that these are being multiplied by 2. Especially look at the whole numbers at the end. 1 times 2 is 2. Times 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. So the number that's appearing over and over is 2 again, but it's multiplying by 2. So I'm going to put times and divide next to that. Because if you see the same number being multiplied or the same number being divided, that means it's exponential. You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the back, so when you're going to practice it, it says based on the difference in y values, so you're looking at that row of y's, identify the graph as linear, not quadratic, cross that out, you're not worried about that, exponential, or neither. So if you look at it and you can't tell which one it is, maybe it's neither. Number 1 though, 14, 10, 6, 2, even down into the negatives, those are going down 4 every time. That's minus 4. So which one is that?
Linear.
Linear. Write linear under there. Number 2, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. That's times 2. If you don't see the fractions in your head, those don't make sense to you right away, divide by 2 going backwards. Divided by 2 is 4. Divided by 2 is 2. Divided by 2 is 1. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. So some of these have fractions in them, and I know those are hard for you guys to think about. Check the division going backwards in your calculator and they would work out. Okay, so you write exponential with that one because it's multiplying. It has to be the exact same number over and over. So plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, and then minus 2, minus 2, minus 2 does not count as linear because it's not the same thing. Okay? There's an answer key on the back wall. You can check yourself when you're done.